This is Up My Street, the alternative to touring in 2020. Hello and welcome to Up My Street, a 4-part online series brought to you by Greenwich Dance. My name is Sarah and over the next 4 weeks I'll be bringing you interviews and especially commissioned dance films that are being made entirely in lockdown. Now for those who are unfamiliar with Greenwich Dance, have a look at this video. Up My Street was supposed to be touring around the Borough of Greenwich in April, but as Corona struck, we had to rethink what that was going to be. So over the next 4 weeks, I'll be bringing you 4 of the Up My Street artists. First up this week, we've got Zoie Golding of ZoieLogic. Now, we spoke to Zoie about her piece Sleuth and how her use of technology and 360 cameras. So let's have a little look at that interview now. Hello Zoie, thank you so much for being on Up My Street today with me. How are you doing?
Good, thanks for having me.
Now for Up My Street, the tour, you were going to be bringing a piece that's already been made called Sleuth?
Sleuth is a show that already exists. It is a detective show where the audience come and join us and they choose the clues that we follow. So we were going to show little bits of this live, but obviously due to the current situation, we are now working on a digital spin-off. Our detective, which is Eric Miller, we've actually created a new story for him, and the idea is that our community that we're working with is actually going to choose the clues that he follows, and we're filming that right now.
Oh, I love that. So how are you going to incorporate the community cast within the film?
I'm really excited to have 11 community members joining us. We're going to give them some choices of options. So say, for instance, choose the spanner or the crowbar. And we're going to film them in their homes, holding up their answer. And what will happen, hopefully going to show all of those answers on screen. And the majority wins, just like the live show.
That's so cool. I mean, it's a common thing we've got to think about every day, which is it a spanner? Or is it
yeah.
So, I mean, I think everybody will get down with that. So have they started recording themselves doing that, or is that about to happen?
No, that's about to happen. I sent a video. We've got a WhatsApp group with the community. So I sent a video earlier this week just saying, hi, this is what we're going to be doing. And what we've got to do next is create some context for those choices.
We're going to have a look at your film in just a moment, but I want to talk about technology and ZoieLogic because you guys use technology all the time, right?
So I've been really lucky since ZoieLogic began. I've been working with a digital designer, and I say that, you know, that's a very small role to what he really does. He is a design artist. He creates our websites, our artwork, animation and film in our shows, all sorts of things. So this has been part of our work for a while, and just this year we created a 360-degree version of the youth company's piece The Beast, where you hold the camera up and you can obviously move your phone around to decide what parts of the piece you want to watch. This was our first attempt at understanding what 360 was, and it just rocked, and it was just so much fun. We're continuing to explore that with our outdoor show Ride, hilariously on a 360 spinning car as well. And then currently we've become Zoom pros. What we've been doing, and we're filming today actually, is we've spent 6 weeks trying to understand the features of Zoom to see if we can turn what would have been their live performance to a Zoom recorded one.
But I think now is the time we need to watch Sleuth spin-off and see what you've been up to for Up My Street. Let's go.
Right, enjoy.
Should he use the crowbar?
No, it's too noisy.
No, it's too noisy. What should he use?
The toothpick.
I think a toothpick would be the best way to break into the locker. Good luck, Eric.
The detective should go into the other room.
I think that he should definitely look in the room that he's in.
His room.
I think it's fun to be out and about, so I think he should move to the next
I
room.
think Eric should have a good look around the room he's in.
That's a tough call, but I think I'm going to pick A, that he's going to investigate the sound.
And we think he should?
That was so good. Well done. Are you happy?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always thinking about the process of engagement and how we reach people, and when does the experience actually start? Like the minute the ticket is bought or that commitment is made, how do we fill that gap between there and the live show?
One thing we should talk about is how you've created this film for Up My Street. So you can't be with your performer. Yeah, how the hell did you get inside that gym?
So we were really lucky that Nico is also a CrossFit trainer and had access to this gym, and it was a safe space because it had been closed down and etc. etc. So as one of the key people in that team there, the owner's like, yeah, go ahead. So what we've had is run of this gym in Manchester. So we did a location walk with him around the various locations in the building. We talked about the stories. My amazing project coordinator Lizanne had sent Nico 4 boxes of Sleuth kit, like props, costumes, elastic, all sorts of things from the show, so that he had the world to work with. And we went from there, really. And what was really nice is Matt gave a brief to try and still keep it a bit film noir, like the odd angles and things like that. So we're still trying to find the aesthetic of what Sleuth is, really.
So Zoie, this is a very big year for you this year. The company turns 20.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I actually started with ZoieLogic. So I was 19, I come out of college, I'd really enjoyed my dance experience. I actually was set to go to dance school, but I changed track and started as a production assistant on national and international touring events. So I wanted to keep dancing, I wanted to keep making, and I'd really enjoyed a group of lads that I'd worked with at college. So I was like, oh, there doesn't seem to be many guys dancing. Like 20 years ago, you're like, what? Where's the dudes?
Where's the dudes? And that's my face all the time. Where's the dudes?
I'd managed to sort of speak to a few of the lads, and yeah, we were next thing I know, we're in a room, and 20 years later, here we are with a professional company and National Portfolio Arts Council support and outreach, and 20 years of sort of breaking boundaries of what dance is and perceptions of male dance.
Now that through that 20 years, there's still a real need to encourage men to get dancing.
Yeah, the barriers are still there. They're never. I don't think they're ever going to go away. I think it's about how, again, we challenge perceptions of what dance is. The dancers I work with are athletes and creators. There's something to be said for the work that we make that is, mold story and physicality and engineering and all of these things as a way to reach those who don't engage in the arts. We have a beautiful men's mental health project that we call Head Funk. This began because one gentleman 4 years ago said to me, I've always wanted to dance. It's a massive part of his mental health well-being and his support network.
Would you ever make an all-female version of that?
It's always in the back of my mind. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, never say never.
So Zoie, each week we're asking each of the Up My Street artists to give a task out to the public. What is your task?
So our sleuth story is based on Detective Eric Miller, and we would like to challenge people to become their own detective in their own home. So move like Eric. Some of the things and movements that he has is about his coat swishing, his cool hat turning, how he enters and exits rooms, and then like a true detective, can you create a treasure hunt around the house, a clue hunt that maybe, if you've got some, you connect with loads of string and make your own detective web somewhere. So yeah, if you can, give that a go.
Awesome. Thank you, Zoie. So if you take part in that task, we want to see what you do. So please send your videos in to us using the hashtag #UpMyStreet. You can get us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We want to see you dancing at home, so please send them in. Now that comes to the end of our first episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, please join us. We have got the wonderful Temujin Gill. Have a lovely week until then. I'll see you later. Goodbye.